Now open the terminal window and we want to create a new project. So enter command npx react native init cities app. Hit enter. And type a Y here, continue. Now go into, let me do it again. Go into the folder cities app using command cd. Right here, hit enter. Now, oh, what's wrong with it? Oh, I'm in the folder already. So cities app. So we're in the folder here already. Now next we want to install the navigation library, that is React navigation and UUID. So right here you type command npm install React navigation UUID, hit enter. So now you can see the package is installed and we're ready to set up the navigation in our app. So let's open the project here. So in this folder, we're going to create a subfolder called a source src. So right here, add a new folder. src, that's the folder name. And in this folder, we create another 3 folders called cities, add city, and components. So right here, add a new folder called cities. And add another folder called add cities. Add city. Oh. And add another folder called components. So I think I added this add city to the folder subcities. That's not right. I'm gonna put this thing right under source. So now I have a add cities components. So these are the subfolders under src folder. We'll set up the navigation, which is a tab based. So we'll separate the main application into 2 main components, cities and add city. There's 2 components, each having its own tab. The add city folder will only contain a single component, that is add city.js. The cities folder will contain 2 components, cities.js, that is used to view list of cities, and cities.js to view individual city. The components folder will hold any reusable components. I will set up index.js in source folder, src folder. I will also create a themes.js. The index.js will hold all navigation configuration. The theme.js will be where you keep the themable configuration, the color configuration. So now let's go ahead to create these files. So under source, we'll add a new file. The file name that we give here is theme.js. So theme, theme.js. So that's the file here. And we're going to put this code in. We want to set up the colors. So this is what we do here. We're going to give this colors here. And this color is blue, but you can use any color you like too. This is the hex color. So that's the file that we save in themes.js. And next we want to create the index.js. So first of all, we're going to have save this document here. Now next we create another file, index.js. So same thing here. Select the source, click on new file. Give a file name here called index.js. Right, and then put this code in. So right here we do a lot of imports. Here. And then we also import create bottom tab navigator, create a stack navigator from the library React navigation, because we remember we imported this library into our package. And now we create a variables constant set color for the navigation options with the primary color. Remember we have color here. We get a primary blue. So we're calling the color here. We also set up the header init color and the city navs. Create a stack navigator because we're calling this one. We're calling this one here. And then we set up the city screen cities and the city and cities with options. The option that I created right here. And then the tab that we create here by calling create a bottom navigator. You remember we imported these two libraries here. And the same thing we set up the city and add a city with the screen. And then at the end we export the tab. So that's pretty much what we set up right here. Now we have both tab-based navigation and a stack-based navigation set up. We're ready to use them. When we create an options object, the stack navigator automatically places a header at the top of the route. The header is usually where we'll have a title of the current route as well as button like a back button. The option object defines the background color and the tint color of the header. And when you look at the stack navigator and the create bottom navigator, the difference is the create stack navigator has one argument and a second argument. The create bottom navigator only has one argument. So that's the difference here. The root configuration and any configuration regarding the things like styling to apply for the navigation, they're applied here with option colors. Next, you open app.js, which is this one here. This is the default code, and we don't need this code here. First of all, delete all of that. And then we want to get this code in. You need to type. You better type all this code by hand. Don't do copy paste like what I'm doing here. You copy paste all. You type all the kind of code by hand so that you can remember something. You understand something. Don't do copy paste when you are learning this. All right.